So, after the second time, she said, Samson, you fooling me. You keep pulling my leg. She said, if you really loved me, you would tell me. And he said, okay. He said, if you tie my hair up, my 7 locks, remember he had 7 locks, you tie it up in a loom. Anybody know what a loom is? A loom? A loom is what they used to have in the old days to sew stuff. They put their foot on it, and then it'll go through. You put the cloth, your cloth or whatever it is, through these little things, and you'll catch it, and it'll be threaded into like a shirt or a coat or whatever you want to make. So on top of a loom is a lock. So you lock it once you put the wool or the clothing in. So when he fell asleep, and he had to be a hard sleeper. You know, when somebody walked into my room, I wake up like, who's that? But he had his hair, she had his hair, his 7 locks, and start putting it in the loom. And his hair just start going in there. Then she locked it. So he woke up. Well, before he woke up, she said, Samson, the Philistines are here to capture you. So he woke up and he had his hair, he pushed it back and yanked his hair out of it. And was like, the Philistines were right outside the door. They was waiting for him. But because he still showed that he had his strength. So they couldn't jump on him. If he jumped on him, he would rip him apart. Samson, he tore a lion to pieces. He killed the lion with his bare hands. That's how strong Samson was. So that's why they didn't come and attack him. So she said, Samson, you say you love me. You say you love me. And she nagged him day after day after day. You said this, you said this. You're not telling me, you're not telling me. So finally, Samson gives in because she gets on his last nerve. He said, okay, I was told not to never tell anybody this, but when I was born, an angel came to my mother and made her dedicate me to God. And he said that not to never ever cut my hair off, because if I do, what's going to happen? Anybody know? He's going to lose all his strength. And he told the woman that he thought he loved to lie. So I want to make the point that this is just like the devil. What the devil will do is he'll put something right in front of your face and make you just go after it. And as soon as you put your neck up in that, what you call that little thing they used to have in a guillotine? As soon as you put your neck up in there to just lean in, your neck chopped off. You ever seen in the cartoons where you have somebody, like a little cartoon on a bear, and you have a stick, and you have a piece of meatloaf on the end of the stick, and then the bear, he's just trying to get that meatloaf, just keep going. And here's a better example. You have like a little dollar bill in the street, and you look around, try to pick it up and move. I'm like, okay. Try to pick it up and move again, and somebody get it on a string, just pulling it, and you try to grab it. That's when you know you're in the middle of the street, and bam, you're hit by a car. That's what the devil does to us. He tries to separate us from the group, and we're not. Here's the honest truth. Whenever I want to holler at a girl, I always try to separate her from her girls, and then not get at her. Just like the devil. That's lust. Delilah was able to convince the Philistines, the group that hated him, to come back and try one more time. This last time, he told me all his heart. He told me what it takes to conquer him. And who made that movie? Oh, okay. It's all by itself. I thought there's like a spirit in here getting mad because I'm teaching y'all about lust. What to say? But anyway, so she convinced the Philistines to come back to Samson's place. It was right outside this door, and they brought their silver with them. And Samson fell asleep, but this time she had Samson fall asleep in her lap. You fall asleep in her lap, you got to put your head on her lap. He put his head on her lap. His hair gonna be dangling, 7 locks. So his hair was dangling. He fell asleep. You know, he a hard sleeper. And she called one of the Philistines in. Here he come with the scissors. He come, chop, 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 chop. Samson, Samson, the Philistines are here. After this is the fourth time this happened. The fourth time, and Samson Samson was just like a cow going. You know, they slaughter cows. He's just like a cow. Can you imagine a cow that's going to the slaughter? It's going to get, I'm going to the slaughter. I'm about to get chopped up. Just imagine that. Samson, that's how foolish he was. And he fell asleep on her lap. They chopped his hair off. And when she yelled at him to get up, he woke up and he felt the Spirit of the Lord wasn't with him no more. That's the Lord. He was dedicated to God. God is what made him strong. And he didn't have it no more. And when they noticed that he didn't have it no more, he was looking at himself. When they noticed, you know what they did? They bound him up. I don't want this to happen to y'all. This is happening today. If you go to the club, or if you go out to a house party, or you go to any kind of outing late at night, somebody may have somebody just dang there right in front of you. And you think you got all the game in the world, but it's a setup. I don't want this to happen to you. This is real. But what did I open up with? You develop a constant routine and you maintain it, you stick to it. This won't happen to you. If Samson just kept his routine of not telling nobody his secret, he would still have his strength. But no, he got away from his routine. And what I want to tell you is what I did as a young man to establish a routine. Lust is a powerful drug, remember. And when I got delivered from lust, I didn't go back. And you know what? I'm sorry, I did. I'm not gonna lie. I went back one time. But for 15 straight months, I did not give in to it. I just established a routine. So I want y'all to write this down. Now I want you to write it down because right now, today, you may not be ready to give up. But one day you are gonna be ready. And when that day comes, you're gonna have this list prepared. Okay? Now what I'm about to say, a lot of people is not gonna be ready to do, because it involves a lot of things that's common, it feels like it's normal to us. It's in our culture. It's a part of us. But I want you to write this down. Does anybody need a pen? Does anybody need a piece of paper? All right. One of the most important tips is not to expose yourself. I don't want this to happen to y'all. This is happening today. If you go to the club, or if you go out to a house party, or you go to any kind of outing late at night, somebody may have somebody just dang there right in front of you. And you think you got all the game in the world, but it's a setup. I don't want this to happen to you. This is real. But what did I open up with? You develop a constant routine and you maintain it, you stick to it. This won't happen to you. If Samson just kept his routine of not telling nobody his secret, he would still have his strength. But no, he got away from his routine. And what I want to tell you is what I did as a young man to establish a routine. Lust is a powerful drug, remember. And when I got delivered from lust, I didn't go back. And you know what? I'm sorry, I did. I'm not gonna lie. I went back one time. But for 15 straight months, I did not give in to it. I just established a routine. So I want y'all to write this down.